go. This is challenge 6. So we've already taken a little scratch cat through the maze, and now we're going to try a different mode of movement. We're going to turn the scratch cat into a ball, and we're going to bounce that ball all over the place, and then we're going to create another sprite that is going to act as a paddle to reflect the ball sprite. So this is going to be, a starting point for you guys to create a game of Pong that's going to hopefully, if you can make it, have elements of score and, a cool background and some visual effects and maybe some sound effects. So let's get started by turning sprite 1 into a ball. To do that, we just go into costumes and costume from library. Ooh, bingo, ball, double click, done. Now to get him to move permanently, we just need to, let's say we'll throw in the green flag. So when the green flag is clicked, we'll forever move 10 steps. And this is just going to make him stick to the side. But if I create a bounce, and to make him sort of go in a more interesting direction, yeah, done. Fantastic. So let's create another sprite that's going to be the paddle. That's going to bounce the ball off of. And we're just going to click here. We're going to click here actually. We're going to paint our new sprite. And we're just going to click on the rectangle. Now I've got my thickness relatively thick here, but yeah, there's a rectangle. It's roughly the right size. I'll just make sure it's centered. You just click on that and click somewhere in the middle. That's sweet. So we have our sprite 2, and the goal is now to get the ball to bounce off of sprite 2. To do that, we just need to go back into the ball and create an if statement. If, and we can go into sensing. If it's touching sprite 2, bingo, then it should change the direction. Now, how much is it going to change direction? There's a really tricky thing. Now, I will leave that to you. I will just give you something that works. So I'm going to say turn 90 degrees. Now, this is not always going to look natural. Oops. And maybe it looks kind of ugly. So what if we just made it 180? Go back to where you came from type of thing. Yeah. And it'll just go through it as long as I haven't dropped the paddle. So there you go. Those are the foundations of the game. Now, you don't necessarily want to carry this paddle around. It won't really work. So what you could do is go inside sprite 2 and just, say when the left key is pressed, left arrow, then you can change X by -10, for example. And if you do that, right arrow +10, left arrow -10, I'm going to press the left arrow now and you can move it. So where to go from here? Well, what I want you guys to do is I want you to add sound effects. I want you to change the background. I want you to add some element of scoring. Now, I don't know how you're going to score this. Maybe every time the ball and the paddle touch, the score goes up by 1. Maybe you can create one single sprite across the whole bottom, and every time that sprite is touched, you failed with the paddle, and the score would go down. Maybe you can try gliding, but this is, a very basic starting point for what could be a really cool game.